Hello Internet, and welcome to some more Bazzle Spot Live, as we trundle through some games on BattleSpot and see if we can do something with this London team. Now, as we find someone straight away. If you watched Monday's video, you saw a banded Arcanine take down my Tapu Lele with an extreme speed. Now, as soon as I finished doing that, I looked back at how many HP points I had, and it was exactly a 50-50 roll. So that's quite frustrating. 1 in 2 chance I won the game, 1 in 2 chance he won the game, and he got the coin flip basically. But we find Mr. or Mrs. Hugs now with again quite a threatening, quite a nasty looking team. So yeah, it's not been going too well, has it? Using this team, you can see how I didn't do too well with it in London, but I do feel like it's got something to it. It's got the workings, maybe the beginnings of something. Maybe this team, or maybe not. But we are going to lead with Weavile and Butterfree, and we definitely want Tapu Lele, and I think we definitely. Ooh, what do we want? I mean, I was going to say we want Katana, but then we've got nothing for the Celesteela. Well, I think I do want the Katana. I actually do want the Katana. I do want to lead with those two though, but I do need the Lily for that. You know what? Let's go in with the Katana, and if he brings Celesteela, whoops, I've probably lost. So I don't know. Let's see how it goes. I mean, I'm hoping that you're enjoying me using this team because I mean it can be fun, but I don't know. I feel like in these videos that we've done over the last however long, I feel like there was that icy wind miss on the thingy, and there was the roll on the thingy as well, and I don't know. It feels like a bit of an uphill struggle, to be honest, using this team, but still. We don't see a Raichu Tapu Koko lead, which is what I was fearing. Garchomp might, well, surely it's threatened by the Weavile. Surely. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to go for an Icy Wind and protect. If he protects his Garchomp, then Weavile will still be around next turn, and an Ice Punch will knock it out unless it is Focus Sashed. Butterfree protects, so there's no protect from the Garchomp. I do get my Icy Wind. I do hit them, which is nice. Which does mean Butterfree will be faster than both of them next turn. And a Discharge, okay. Paralysis could be nasty. Paralysis could be very nasty. Okay, no Paralysis. I need Dragon Claws. Sorry, you don't see Dragon Claw that much on Garchomp these days, which is quite strange, really. Okay, so Butterfree is faster. Both of them are grounded, so I would need to switch in Tapu Lele to do something. Weavile is threatening the Garchomp, obviously. I don't really want to take a Discharge with anything, though. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring in... I am going to bring in my Tapu Lele, and I'm going to put the... Tapu Koko to sleep. The Garchomp might also be threatened by this Weavile, as it should be, really, and either protect or switch into something. I am obviously still a little bit worried about the potential for him to have Celesteela, but I'm hoping I can maybe Swords Dance and put it to sleep, and yeah, he does protect, and try and wiggle around it in some way that way. Sleep Powder, 97% accurate, as I've probably said in every video so far, does hit the Tapu Koko. Just in case you're wondering why I've been like hitting every single Sleep Powder. Okay, so we're in a decent position now. He doesn't have anything. Oh, he's got the Goodra in the back that could potentially take, if it's got Sap Sipper, a Sleep Powder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Calm Mind, actually. I'm going to use this turn to Calm Mind, and I am going to Sleep Powder into that Garchomp slot. If Tapu Koko stays asleep, then fantastic. Lumberry was pretty common on Garchomp back in 2014, but I've not seen a Lumberry Garchomp this year yet. Is this the moment we see a Lumberry Garchomp? No, it isn't. Okay. Well, okay, the Tapu Koko stays asleep. The Garchomp's still asleep. I've got a Calm Mind up. I can just Dazzling Gleam next turn, can't I? And not really worry about anything. I can, like a Dazzling Gleam I don't think is going to take out the Tapu Koko, but I don't think a Dazzling Gleam and Bug Buzz will knock out the Tapu Koko either, so I am going to take this turn to Quiver Dance up. I have still got my Focus Sash intact, but if he does wake up and goes for a Discharge, then, and gets the Paralysis, then that would obviously be poor. But actually, I'm surprising myself. Wow. There's my Rust there, not knowing the calculations too well. A Dazzling Gleam at +1 does actually knock out Tapu Koko like that. So I get a free Quiver Dance, and the Butterfree is feeling pretty good about this. So again, problems could arise, and probably will arise if he has got Celesteela, which I'm expecting to see now. Here we go. There it is. And what is the partner? Goodra. That's not too bad. Could have Sludge Bomb, but it's not going to knock out Tapu Lele. So I'm going to Dazzling Gleam. Could have Wide Guard, actually, the Celesteela. In which case, too, I want a Psychic. Like a super effective spread Dazzling Gleam, or a single target +1 Psychic Terrain boosted Psychic. I'm going to go for a Psychic into the Goodra, and I'm going to Sleep Powder the Celesteela. So we hit, which is nice. This Psychic, I mean, Goodra is a defensive monster. This Psychic, I'm going to guess, is going to do probably about 40-50% still. Yeah. Ooh, it's got Flamethrower. Yeah, so that's, yeah, exactly about 45% there. And, yeah, okay. We didn't see any Wide Guard either. So I'm actually going to Dazzling Gleam here and Bug Buzz into the Goodra. They are normally Assault Vest, but I do think a combination of these two will knock it out. Yes, good. We beat a Celesteela without taking anything that could hit it, basically. Maybe he should have played on a little bit more. That turn I would have knocked the Goodra out. It probably was Assault Vested. It probably couldn't protect, looking at that psychic damage. So it would have been gone. If the Celesteela woke up, it could have knocked out my Tapu Lele. Then I would have brought in my Katana. I would have Sleep Powdered it again and Swords Dance on the same turn. +2 Bloom Doom on Celesteela does about 70%. And I would have won from there. That's how the game would have gone if we'd have carried on like that. So, yes, we've won a game, which is lovely. But we're going to look for another one and try and win it. What have we got over here? Where were we? Elite Four, I think that was the last one, wasn't it? League Title Defense. I'm not sure if I've even done that in-game. Literally all I've done in-game is do the Elite Four, and that's about it. Sort of walk around a little bit after I've done the Elite Four. So, so how did you get the Katana, you're asking? I have friends. Friends who do like to play the game. That sounds really bad, doesn't it? No. Oh dear. Okay, so let's wait for an opponent and see what we can do. So I don't know. I mean, we've done enough games with this team now, haven't we? We've seen how it sort of works. How the Icy Wind is quite important, especially in that game, to help Butterfree out there. Okay, so we've got, again, Raichu, Tapu Koko, which is really an issue for us. Just because if we do lead with Weavile and Butterfree, they can fake out my Weavile freely because they're faster, basically. I do threaten the switch in with Tapu Lele, so that would be a null turn if they did that, and could maybe Sleep Powder something, so they could protect that, and it's all very nasty. But I am going to, you might have seen a bit of a theme with this team. I think there was only that one game with the final Gambit Lucaria where I actually led with something other than Weavile Butterfree, wasn't there? But I'm going to go with these two. Feels comfortable, feels nice. Magnezone, I think I am going to take in this game. I think. And Katana. No, I want Tapu Lele. I need Tapu Lele. And Katana or Magnezone? He hasn't got Marowak. or any other lightning rod abusers. I have got Weavile, so maybe Garchomp isn't as scary. But how long does Weavile stick around? I'm going to go with Magnezone, I think. I just hope I'm not going to be wishing I took Katana instead. I don't know. I think a few of these videos sort of won the first game and then lost the second game, so you know, don't hold your breath with this one, but in probably about 10 minutes time we will know the answer. Just imagine that, in about 10 minutes, you know, if you still watch this video, you will know who wins this battle. Is that not weird? Is that not strange? Not really. Shut up, Barry. Okay, so Weavile has been intimidated, so I can't knock it out with an Ice Punch, I don't think. So the Garchomp might not be so inclined to protect here. I don't want to flinch from a Rock Slide either, so maybe I could just fake it out to be safe. But Gyarados could very easily either Taunt or Dragon Dance itself here as well. So what do we do? I do think, oh, what do I think? Am I thinking? What's happening? I think I need to. I'm going to fake out the Garchomp and Quiver Dance. Okay. Another critical hit from Fake Out. If he Dragon Dances, then that's not too bad. Butterfree is actually faster than his Gyarados, so hopefully it's not got Thunder Wave. But if it Dragon Dances up, then I'm not that bothered. Ooh, Ice Fangs. Okay, I'm not too fussed about that, I don't think. But we have got Magnezone in the back, and we do need to really respect this Garchomp. But a -1 Weavile, can an Ice Punch knock it out? I mean, obviously I can Sleep Powder something here. Well, I've got Lele in the back, haven't I, and Magnezone, so these are the only two Pokemon that I've got out right now that will outspeed the Garchomp. Unless I Icy Wind it. I'm going to Icy Wind, actually. And Protect. So, the Garchomp might protect itself here. No, he Rock Slides. Okay, well, hopefully Weavile, that's a Scarfed. That is a Scarfed Garchomp. I need to not flinch here. Wow, I am glad I did that. I am glad I did that. Whew, definitely glad I did that. So that Garchomp... so I've got a +1 Butterfree and a -1 Garchomp. So, yeah, my Butterfree is actually faster than his Garchomp now. And that's why he didn't protect turn 1 too. But now I can bring in a Pokemon and do something. I can freely Sleep Powder that Garchomp slot. Gyarados, Magnezone, Gyarados, Magnezone. I think I'm going to put in Magnezone. Just because his Gyarados is at -1 speed, so I will definitely outspeed it. But yeah, he doesn't have anything in the back that can really take a Sleep Powder unless it's his Tapu Koko. So I could see him switching his Garchomp into Tapu Koko here and protecting his Gyarados. So I could substitute, or I could just attack. Gyarados, what have we seen? Ice Fang, Waterfall. I'm going to substitute. And I am going to Sleep Powder. If he has got Tapu Koko, which he probably does, I'm sure it's coming in for the Garchomp now. Oh, it's Celesteela. Okay, well that's a strange thing to bring into a Magnezone. I mean, what is his Gyarados doing then? Is it just going to waterfall into my something? Well, it's going to do something, isn't it? Waterfall into the Butterfree? Okay, I don't mind that. I suppose the scary thing is he has got a Scarf Garchomp in the back. And that is pretty scary. But CELESTEELA has got a guaranteed sleep turn. He hasn't got any sort of lightning rod in the back or anything now either, so... yeah, this Garchomp is going to be an issue. Yeah, I do think the Garchomp's going to be an issue. I think I need to get something out of this turn. I'm going to Thunderbolt the Gyarados, and I'm going to Calm Mind. Because the CELESTEELA's got a guaranteed sleep turn. As long as I knock this Gyarados out, as long as I cover that Gyarados slot, it's not breaking my Magnezone substitute. But even then, it's not like my Magnezone's got Hidden Power Ice or anything on it, so I can't really threaten the Garchomp too much there. Yeah, the Gyarados does protect, which is kind of predictable. I suppose I could have Thunderbolted into the CELESTEELA there. But again, I was just being safe because if he did break my substitute, he could have just brought the Garchomp in and Earthquaked and won, really. So this is pretty scary now, because the CELESTEELA can wake up next turn. I mean, I could Thunderbolt and Psychic into the CELESTEELA. And then what's the Gyarados doing? It's breaking my Magnezone's thing, isn't it? Maybe he'll bring the Garchomp in for his Gyarados. That would be risky. That would be risky. I don't think he needs to do that. He just needs a safe switch in. So maybe I just hope the CELESTEELA stays asleep. And I'll Thunderbolt the Gyarados and I Dazzling Gleam in case. Okay. I need the CELESTEELA to stay asleep now. If the CELESTEELA wakes up, then we've lost the game. One in 3. He stays asleep. Good. Okay. So what have we got then? So we know he's got the Garchomp. And the Gyarados is gone. Yeah, he really shouldn't have brought in his Garchomp there. He just needs a safe switch into it. But I can see the Garchomp coming in now. And all he has to do is just Earthquake. Yeah. My Tapu Lele has got the Citrus Berry. It is designed to take 2 Earthquakes. And so it can take 1 and... I mean... This is not difficult, is it? I can just Thunderbolt and Dazzling Gleam. I am at +1. So... if the CELESTEELA survives this Dazzling Gleam and Thunderbolt combination, which I think it might do, then it will knock out my Tapu Lele and it'll be basically down to my Magnezone versus whatever he's got in the back. So here's the Tapu Lele going just below 50%, activating a Citrus Berry. I mean, the CELESTEELA could still stay asleep. You know, it's a 50-50 chance. We lost the last game on Monday's video with the 50-50 dice roll, so maybe this is going to come down to it again. I mean, this is a modest max attack Thunderbolt here. So it just depends on how it's trained. And it survives. And it wakes up. And it heavy slams. And it knocks out my Tapu Lele. Oh dear. And the thing is, I couldn't protect my Tapu Lele there because I needed it to knock out the Garchomp. So, we'll see. We will see. But I'm pretty sure there's nothing else on his team that my Magnezone can just one-shot. Yeah, no. That's not happening. So, that's kind of frustrating. How could this have gone differently, though? I mean, obviously the CELESTEELA could have stayed asleep there. I mean, that would have been nice, wouldn't it? But you can never bank on that. So, I suppose the turn... Yeah, I mean, it was just it was a winnable game. This, you know, the turn that the Gyarados protected on my Thunderbolt. If I did get the Thunderbolt into the Celesteela that turn, that would have put it in range, so I could have knocked it out just now as well. Yeah, I suppose the turn that I Dazzling Gleam, thinking, you know, if I was wondering when he had the Gyarados out, if I was wondering if he was going to bring in his Garchomp or not, if I had Psychicked the Celesteela that turn, I would have won the game as well. That's the biggest mistake, actually, looking back on it. So now I need to hope a paralysis, full paralysis happens, basically, or he misses a Heat Wave, which he doesn't, which is annoying. But you know, it seems to be the way with this, doesn't it? You know, we win the first game, we lose the second game, so it's just really frustrating when it was like a winnable game. Like, I don't feel like that this was a matchup that like, you know, no way is it like an auto lose sort of matchup. I could have won this game, but I don't know. It's it is what it is, isn't it? You know, I can't complain too much. It was a game fair and square. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Please like and share if you feel the video deserves a like and a share. And stay tuned, because I think I'm going to be doing one more video with this team going up on Friday. So thank you very much, and goodbye for now.